Hey guys, so I'm going to explain your last assignment that you have before spring break, but before that, I want to give a couple of announcements. So, first of all, like I was saying, this will be one of the last assignments before break. I'm not going to give anything new. So, this will be due Saturday at 8 a.m. If you want to do it earlier and so you can start celebrating your spring break earlier, go for it. And then Friday, you have your third reading log due. So, in case you haven't been seeing my updates or reading, you only have to do 3 nights of reading a week, not 5 nights. So, I changed it to 3. And you only have to do at least 10 minutes each day. So that's at least 30 minutes of reading a week. You will not have a reading tracker over spring break, so you don't have to worry about that. You can obviously read for fun, but I'm not requiring any assignments out of it. So other than that, though, no spring break work. However, what I am going to be doing is reopening all of the Edulastic assignments from the beginning of online learning. So I'm going to reopen those and assign them. So if they get assigned to you, I can't really assign them individually, so just kind of ignore it if you've done the assignments before. But if you haven't, if you missed one for whatever reason, spring break is your time to make those up, and that goes for any work. I'll reopen Edulastic, but you can do any missing Google assignments. You can do extra vocabulary, grammar you've missed. You can read over break and do a reading tracker that you've missed, and I will take all of those. So spring break is just for late work, nothing new. But let's go on to this last assignment before spring break. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying learning about Greek mythology. Like I said in my previous video from last week, I love Greek mythology. It's always fun to teach and learn about. And this assignment is related to your one from Tuesday. So if you haven't done Tuesdays, this assignment might be a little bit confusing for you. The first thing you're going to do is the last question of your Tuesday assignment. I asked you to pick a Greek god or goddess, and that's because you're going to be doing an assignment off of them. Based on the Greek god or goddess that you chose on Tuesday, you're going to answer these questions in this chart, and then you are going to create a wanted or a missing poster about them using this information. So to go through the questions briefly, you'll put the name of the god or goddess you chose here. You'll tell me their Roman or Latin name. You're going to give me a description of where they're from or where they can usually be found. So just where do they spend their time in these myths? For example, Hades is usually in the underworld because he's in charge of the dead. So you might say he spends his time in the underworld. What are they the god or the goddess of? What are they famous for? So what are they known for doing? When people talk about them in mythology, what usually are they remembered for? Who are their relatives? So their parents, siblings, who did they marry if they married anyone, or who did they love? Did they have any kids? What weapon do they have? Not every god or goddess has weapons, but quite a few do. A lot of them have gone to wars or fought each other, so look up what weapon they might have used. Do they have any significant actions or crimes? So this goes a little bit with what are they famous for, but most gods and goddesses have gotten in trouble for something, whether or not they did it for a good reason or not. So maybe look up what they got in trouble for or a crime that they have committed. Known associates, so who do they hang out with? Who are their buddies? Who are they usually spending their time with in myths? A symbol that represents them. Every Greek god or goddess has a symbol of some sort. Some of them have multiple, and if they do, you can just pick one. That's fine with me. And then tell me, why does that symbol represent them? Why was that chosen? Usually these symbols represent them in art, in music, in mythology. They'll talk about these symbols a lot. And most, if not all, Greek gods and goddesses have a symbol related to them. Their last known location, so this could be in the last myth about them or in where they died, or perhaps just in most myths, where are they typically? And that would be that last known location. And lastly, other distinguishing characteristics. So is there something about how they look that is important? How they were born can be interesting. A lot of Greek gods and goddesses were born in very odd ways. Just anything that stands out about them. So you're going to answer these questions about them. Like I said, you can use the links from Tuesday's assignment to help you research. You can also use any other websites. You can use YouTube channels. So the YouTube channel I linked on Tuesday, Crash Course, is a great channel for mythology. They might have a video on your chosen god or goddess. but any videos or links you find that can help you in this research you can use to fill out here. So once you have all of those answered, you're going to go over and create your wanted or missing poster. So how do you know if you're creating a wanted or a missing poster? Well, you're creating a wanted poster if the god or goddess who has committed these crimes isn't nice. If they've done a lot of crimes and bad things, it's a wanted poster. If they're good, though, you're going to do a missing poster, like they've disappeared and people are trying to find them. So you'll include all the information from the chart above in order to create your poster. You have to have a drawing or an image of some sort, depending on if you're doing this by hand or digitally, that represents the god or goddess's symbol. You can also have an image of the god or goddess themselves, but make sure the symbol that represents them is somewhere too. So you can create this poster using a Google document, you can hand draw it, or use any program or app you're familiar with. You're going to upload the document either down here or just add it on the classroom post. There's usually like an add work button up in the upper right or down below. And then just attach it and have fun with it. A lot of you are super artistic, and I love seeing the things you come up with. I think this will be a fun assignment for some of you. But another good thing, so I added 2 little apps here. Cam Scanner is a great app for uploading really clear photos if you choose to do this by hand. This is also good if you have to take any handwritten notes or just do anything where you have to take a picture for a class. Cam Scanner does a good job of making it really, really clear and getting rid of any kind of like background stuff behind the picture. Canva is also really good for creating digital posters. I know a lot of the LEOs and ASB students have used Canva before for creating like digital pamphlets. It's also really good for this poster. So digital or by hand, either one is fine, whatever you're more comfortable with. But let me show you an example really quick. So here's one for Aphrodite. And you can see up here, it's wanted. So they're having it for her for crimes. They have her crime here, infidelity, where she's last seen. So it's using that last location. It's giving her associates and her family over here a great picture with a bunch of symbols and pretty colors. We have what she's goddess of and famous for in this little corner. You see her Roman name over here. We have a fun little reward like we'll see on missing posters. Distinguishable features, so like what they wear is a great thing. This is something like what they wear, what they carry with them. They put more about what they wear here. So they could include a little bit more about what she's goddess of or a little more of the background information, but this is just an example I found that I thought was just really pretty and did a good job of putting kind of information all around. So hopefully this is a helpful example. But again, I hope you guys have fun with creating this. I'm really excited to see what you come up with. I'm going to post a bunch of them after spring break. But this is due Saturday, 8 a.m. And after that, you just got a week off. So I hope you have a good spring break. Feel free to message me about any of the late work or just if you have any questions or you just want to check in. That's fine. So hope you guys enjoy a bit of a break. I know I'm going to. And I'll see you guys in around a week.